All right, and we're recording. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, boys and girls. Welcome back, all genders in between. Welcome back, bulls, bears. You guys, you're one big family of wolves to me, all tackling these charts all together, trying to make money off of this volatility and off of this bull run, the way it is going. And yeah, out here, we analyze this thing together so that you can find a way that works for you to make your analysis and maybe also learn how to develop your strategies, because a good strategy will always trump technical analysis. You can be quite rubbish at doing technical analysis. If you have a good strategy, this is going to make you a winner. Just being super aces at technical analysis and then not knowing what you have to do when you catch the ball, then, it's not going to bring you very, very far. So, yeah, if this is stuff that you like, then sit back and relax. We are going to analyze some charts together, and maybe you can learn how to do the analysis for yourself in the future. So yesterday we took off somewhere over here. This was the area where we did the live stream, and like I said, we were hitting some resistance area, so pressure was on the downside. We had some lines that I marked off as lines that would show how much pressure down we experience, and actually really breaking those lines, closing in one sweep below these lines, was going to show a lot more strength than actually bouncing off of one, or like we have seen here happen, is just wicking through and being bought up instantly, almost instantly. So what did this result in? This action actually created some sort of a bullish divergence right over here, and this is what propels price now more to the upside. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Now, what is next to come? What is next to come? Right now, things are looking like we are building higher highs, higher lows. Things keep going slowly, but over here looks like we are being stopped out a little bit. And remember, divergences only count when we actually see a confirmation, and a confirmation would be, for instance, creating a lower low on the RSI and on the price action together. This would confirm a bearish divergence. On the other hand, in the other direction, we have the same game that is being played. We have a high over here, a higher high, and on the RSI, we do have that same thing, which shows us more continuation. So right now, the last piece of information that we have, the one that we need to be looking at, is actually this one over here. Because if this one breaks, then of course we are going to go down to the next level and the next and the next. This is why we trade level by level. Okay, so all this being said, let's dive in together. Let's do some analysis. Maybe we are going to reset this entire chart, start fresh, just like we like to do, and yeah, let's do that thing. All right, so I'm going to roll the intro, and here we go. All right, let's do this. Oh, by the way, guys, here is the first code of the day. Are you guys ready to take it? Take it like a man. So in the meanwhile, I'm already gonna start clearing up the chart a little bit. Well, I'm not gonna clear up too much because basically, if you remember, it's not actually the chart we ended up with yesterday. There already are some few things that I changed. So get ready for your codes. It's WO-WPJTB. Go ahead and pocket those free instant tokens. Cool. Now, In the meanwhile, I'm going to have a look and see what kind of areas of interest we could be seeing here. There we go, Croyer. Good job. You are the first one to pocket those incense. Cool. Well, you know, all I can say is I hope it goes bananas. Like a month ago, I think there was this anomaly maybe where incense was worth $3,000, guys. Just imagine if you would have been able to cash out at that point. You know, yay, rock and roll, right? So you know, yeah, this just shows, you know, you never know what's going to happen, and just leaving opportunities slide by is, you know, and afterwards it's very hard to feel sorry, you know. So yeah, here we go. Let's have a look. Which areas are more important in this situation right here and there? Um, Potentially, I would already start looking at the lows, which are those two here. And then eventually, because you know, the highs don't really matter that much anymore, since we neutralize this entire situation with this bullish divergence right over here. So I'm not really going to look at this area, especially not on the short term. Maybe on the higher term, there might be a reason to look at it, but from this standpoint, I think those two are the primordials, and then the second important would be this one. This one over here, I think, again, that this is more for a longer term period. And then what do we have further down the line? Further down the line, all this is a very, very high term, a very long term stuff, things that we cannot be looking at right now. Okay, so let's do this. Let's start with the beginning. Number one would be this one over here, then this one, and then this one. All right, cool. Charles, get your instant tokens. Come on, guys. Oh, and we have some more people. Oh, by the way, guys, if you like the content, remember, hit the likes button. Show that YouTube algorithm that you enjoy watching this live stream. This will, it's not about the YouTube money, but it's just, you know, to show the algorithm that this content is relevant, and that maybe they should be pushing it a little bit more forward, so we have more reach, more friends, and you know, bigger community. That's what we want to create, right? So okay, enough chit chat. Thank you for the extra like. I don't know who you were, but thank you very much. And now let's do this. Okay, so the first one over here, this is the first one we could be encountering, is at an RSI level of 48.6. So let's do 48. 48 will do. There we go. And this would be sitting at 56,700. So yeah. See, I made these measurements just a few hours ago. This is how quickly it moves. So, you know, you need to redo those things every time you look at the chart. So very, very nice situation actually that we're having. Now an extra like, 3 likes so far. Thank you very much. I dearly appreciate it. Now the next one is sitting at 43.5. Let's do this, 43.5. And this would be sitting at 56,277. 50. 56,277. There we go. All right. So this is already very promising, right? Imagine if price were to drop down, where would it be picked up? Easily, looking at these volume nodes, there is a high probability that price would be picked up somewhere over here, and this would actually propel the price even further up. If it gets picked up, so if price comes down below the yellow zone, it needs to come out of the yellow box again. This would be a nice confirmation. So, you know, strategy wise, maybe you can start getting into a little bit of a position. If it doesn't hold, then we go down to the next level. But looking at these volume nodes, I think even breaking further down below, this might be your next big opportunity to step in. So how are we going to play this? Let's have a look at this level over here. This is also something that I look at first on the short term and then maybe on the longer term to see where the overlapping sections could be, or maybe they just agree. So let's do this. This is sitting at 38.6. We got 38.6. And this is sitting at 55,700. Whoops. Oh, 5,700. That's already crossing into the other box. 55,700. Now, is there a big chance that this will happen? It's not because there are potential bullish divergences present that price is going to be attracted there. Okay, don't get me wrong. What I mean is that if we see price dip down, how nervous should we be getting about seeing the price dip below these areas? Okay, this is you know, you want to be ready as a catcher, not just chasing the ball as the ball is rolling. Okay, you see the ball going one way and you want to be ready to catch it, and you want to know where you want to stand and where you want the ball to come or the price to come in order to have the nicest catch that you can imagine. Okay, it's about tipping the scales in your advantage. This is what trading is all about. Okay, and you know, some people would call this like cheating. Well, you know, so be it. Call it the way you want it. I call it being smart. Okay, now the last one, and I think I'm not really sure if we can use the 1 hour time frame for this one. We're going to try, and then we're going to move over to the 3 hour time frame and see what it says, because I think this is already so far away that the 3 hour chart is going to get it a lot better. But bear with me. Let's just have a look at what it says. So 30.8. 30.8. And yeah, just as expected, this is way too much. 44,400. Already this range is huge. It doesn't take a genius to realize that any of these nodes are going to be powerful areas for support. Okay. And I see more people watching the playback function. Guys, scroll over to the live session. Don't worry about missing a thing. You know, next time try to be a little bit early in the chat, but you want to be able to ask your questions, guys. And at the end of the stream, I will already also do a recap of the things we came up with. Okay, so the most important things will happen at the end of the video anyway. So, you know, just move over to the live session, because otherwise you might end up, you know, losing your attention span, and you know, then you missed the most important thing, which is our conclusion. Okay, so yeah, let's you know what, I'm going to do the two areas, this one and this one, on the 3-hour chart. This one looks very relative as well. Let's see, this is 53.4, 53.4. And this would be sitting, wow, even higher. Okay, so you know what? Let's just stick to the read of the 1-hour chart, because it would just make the range even larger. Let's look for this one. 42.2. 42. This would be sitting at 54,001. Crazy. These ranges just get wider with the day. And that's also, it makes sense, you know, as the price is progressing and looking so bullish. It would only be logical that when we do an analysis, that it also tells us, like, Jesus, dude, this is bullish. This is bullish like hell. Okay, so what more is there to say? Now let's move over to, where do we have this area? This one right here. And maybe maybe we want to go to the 5-hour chart to analyze this area. Oh, I see this area being a very nice local low that created the bullish divergence with this area. So maybe we want to reread this one here, the 5-hour chart. This could be interesting. Okay, so that's this area, same area we're talking about. Let's see what this 49.9 .1.2, 49.1. Okay, so same thing, 54,100. That's incredible, you know, when all the higher time frames are agreeing so easily with each other. You know, it's very hard to say something else is going to happen. So let's look at this area, because it also sticks out like a local low. 58.1. And this would be 55,600, 700, same thing. So they all agree, like almost to the T. That's beautiful. All right. So what's left? This one here at the bottom. Over here. Let's look at this one. So this would be 33.8. And we have 49,300. So even a, you know, those ranges become just larger and larger with the day. Like yeah, this is wicked. This is really wicked cool. This one, the lower end of the spectrum. Oh, more instant codes. Yeah, you guys get your instant tokens while I just measure off this last area, and then we can go on. Cool. There we go. It's WO-DCIWD. DCIWD. And now this area over here, 25.4. This one went even up higher. 40. Let's say 20. A little bit. Okay. Okay. Now, what are we actually looking at? This is pure insanity. The most important thing right now is not to enter a bearish divergence. So that would be right here. We have the potential for a bearish divergence. Now, the thing is, even dipping down, even dipping below, the lower it goes, it's just gonna hit one bullish divergence after the other. Okay, so awesome, Charles. Happy that you also took the code. Take the code. So potentially there might be some profit taking. That's what I'm starting to feel. Okay, we are starting to hit a few bearish divergences one after the other. Especially this one over here is already being, well, it's not confirmed, you know. We hit a lower high, but it got picked up so quickly that we actually created another bullish divergence. But price might still be making some way to the upside before actually making a decision. Awesome. And we see some more people who are taking the codes. Good for you guys. Really good for you. I really hope that this thing just shines in the sun eventually, and that we all get to buy a Lamborghini just because of watching my stream. How cool would that be? Instant tokens to 5 million or so. Let's all drive those super crazy cars. Cool. Now, enough dreaming, enough crazy talk and stuff. Let's go over to the upside, to the high area, to the high range, and let's see which areas we need to break, or which areas, which areas could still keep pushing the price down. Because right now, as it seems, we are starting to get some pressure. We are also in a bullish divergence that's actually playing out right now. So yeah, is this an anemic bounce? Potentially, I would right now also look a little bit more at the stochastics. The stochastics have broken outside of the trend, pushing back up in the bullish control zone, which is really nice. And now we are looking for another trend to appear. And the first one that I'm looking at, just on just by looking at it right now like this, I would say something like this. So that means that actually the way it looks like is that the stochastics are again being cornered in this area, eventually breaking out. And because this trend line looks like it's almost horizontal, there isn't a lot of direction left for the stochastics to go, probably a little bit down. So this is why, you know, I'm leaning a little bit more still towards a small correction, picking up some momentum, having some reaccumulation phase, and then starting to run like crazy again. Or maybe not like crazy, you know, I don't know. I can't predict the future. But this is what I would be expecting, or what I would love to see. I think everybody would love to see that. Seeing Bitcoin come down a little bit from his high throne, and then, you know, just being picked up and getting ready for some new long positions to make money. But nonetheless, this is the area again. You know, I was over here taking some profit along the high range. On the way down, I used the opportunity to fill up my pockets again, and right now, same thing. I am taking profit. Very, very small profits. Taking profit does not mean closing your position entirely. Okay, there's a large misconception when people say take profit, and they think like, oh yeah, but you know, but the thing is, when you're holding an open position right now, let's say on Bybit, the funding rate is 0.2%. So that means every 8 hours you pay 0.2% in fees to keep your position open. If you're just holding on to an open long position, even a big one, it could ruin you all the time going up while you try to hold on to it, but the fees are just staggering up and making you eventually close your position. Okay, you will be in profit, but it will have costed you so much that, you know, there goes your profit. So, you know, you have to be smart with these things. This is why I love leverage trading platforms. They really push you into taking profit from time to time. It's a good habit. It makes so that your P&L stays positive all the time. And if everybody would live by this mantra, then you would see the price just going stair-step ways up and up, just like traditional markets, usually in a healthy economy, are doing. You see that same thing, you know, the expression, oh, stocks only go up. Same thing. This is why. Because a lot of educated people are mentally trained to take profit when there is profit and to add up to your long every time it dips down. And this is how you make money and how you keep your money, you know, because just holding on to a long position the entire way up, if you're lucky and you get to close at the top, okay, good, you got your profit. But if you went to bed and you wake up and it goes all the way down, or you set your stop loss somewhere ridiculously low and there's a liquidity hunt and your position gets liquidated, then, you know, goodbye, buy profit. If you are smart enough to take profit all the time when, you know, there is a little bit of a break, and then add more to your longs and take profits, and add more, take profits, add more, take profits, and so on and so on. Even if the price tanks down and the rest of your position gets liquidated, you know, I'm really sorry, it's gone, but all the profit that you took is in your pocket. That's how you make money, in my opinion. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so why am I saying all this? Yeah, because right now I think this is the situation where it's really important to remember to be taking profit. Remember, that's our mantra. Hashtag take profit. Copyrighted by Charles. But, you know, it's so important. So yeah, you know, I think a correction could still be coming our ways. Why? There is bearish divergence caught up with a bullish divergence. Now moving up again. Moving up again, but if right now price and RSI don't make a higher high over this area, if price right now comes down a little bit more, this is another bearish divergence, and this is where we are going to go down to any of the lower levels. Potentially, if this happens, I think this one here at the 55,700 could maybe serve as support, but I think it would be easily broken. So if you want to try adding on to your long in this position, in this area, if price comes down, it could be a good move. Don't bet the farm just yet, because it could be coming down much lower at about the 52,000 area. This would be really, really nice because this is a strong area. Look at the volume node. I do believe that the potential for this one to hold is very, very high. Still, you know, it's cryptocurrencies. A lot could happen. Be sure to keep your eyes on the levels. Maybe even set an alarm. Set an alarm at 51,000 so that you get notified if the price really, really dips below. Also, if you want to play it really safe, and you know, safe is not worse. Safe is often a lot better. What you can do is wait for the confirmation, because once we dip below this area, like I keep saying, once we dip below a few levels, then usually there is a confirmation bounce, a retest of the lows that we can also spot on the RSI, where the RSI is going to create a bullish divergence. And this is going to be your signal right over here that you can enter like with a lot more security. If you want to wait even a little bit longer, this would be the level coming from this would be the level to break, to confirm that actually the rocket has even been started. Here you would say the rocket is fueled, it starts to go, but here is where the ignition happens. This is where, if we see such a pattern, if and when, of course, if we see such a pattern and when we see such a pattern, this is where a lot of the big players are going to enter. Why? Because usually they are very risk averse. They don't like to enter as low as possible. They want, if they want to go with the trend, if they don't want to push price against the area or use the momentum as liquidity, if they don't do that, then they don't really care about missing the bottom or the top. They want to be the fuel that pushes the rocket even harder, okay? Because, yeah, or at least, you know, they want to know if they put their money down, that it's gonna keep going, right? I hope all this makes sense. Cool. So this would be kind of sort of our Bitcoin analysis for now. I'm going to have a quick look at the dominance. Fatih, yes, exactly. You know, I was getting to there. I'm going to look at the Bitcoin dominance, and afterwards, when we looked at the Bitcoin dominance, then we can go over to the altcoins, because the altcoins actually reflect what Bitcoin is doing in respect of the dominance. Okay, so let's look at the dominance. What are we looking at? I keep forgetting what I say about the dominance. I need to write it on the chart, so I can't. So I stop forgetting it. So what are we seeing right here and now? Dominance is rising. It is rising up. Maybe we want to go to the 5-hour chart. This is going to give us a clearer picture. This. Maybe we want the volume to be gone as well. There we go. Okay, so right here. And remember, this is experimental. Experimenting with potential divergences, and if they do bring the same strength to the table on the dominance chart. So from here, it looks, or it looked like there is going to be pressure up. The dominance is going to start rising up again. Right now, we have it looks like it's leveling out. Okay, the lows, we still have a higher low on the dominance chart, which we can also see on the RSI, obviously. So right now, it's a little bit of a make or break situation, but potentially I'm under the impression that the dominance is going to make its move further up. Maybe together with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is actually looking super good. And usually when Bitcoin is looking so good, then a lot of altcoins are going to trickle over, or altcoins holders are going to trickle over back to Bitcoin, because you want to be in the rising elevator, not the one that's dropping. Okay, so I do believe that right here, this this kind of indicates a bottom being formed on the dominance. Now let's look at the altcoin market, and whoa, look at all those red numbers. There's blood in the street, and you know, everybody is crying, clearly. Doji. Good dog, bad dog. Yeah, that's doesn't look so good, right? So right here, we want to look at the last divergence that has been formed, and this would be this peak over here, this one. Clearly a higher high on the RSI, but a lower high on the price section. Then from there, over here, we still have a higher low, just saying continuation, nothing wrong. The divergence gets to play out completely. And right here, continuation, and this, maybe potentially this could be something. This could be something of a bottom, but have a look at what the chart looks like. There is no volume, or the volume is losing thickness over here. So how hard would it be for the RSI to push below this level and equally hit below this level over here? You know, honestly, I never really believed that Doge was going to go to $1. Why would it? Time travel. Hey, don't worry. You're a bit late, but you're a time traveler, you know, so, you know, I'm pretty sure you can manage. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't come to a final conclusion just yet. Right now, we're looking a little bit at the altcoin markets, because altcoins are bleeding heavily. Now, yeah, I think it's just because Bitcoin has been doing so well again, and the dominance is pushing up again, that the altcoins are bleeding right now, respectively. I'm so sorry. There are a few gems that actually were not affected, and that would be XLM Stellar. Yeah, Fatih, thank you. You know, come on, we need to mess a little bit. Just never be offended because I say something. I'm really never trying to offend anybody. You know, we're family, guys. You know, and I love your nickname, Time Travel. I really love it. It reminds me a little bit of the Bitcoin time traveler, you know, the one that makes those crazy predictions. Like sometimes he was right when they were not as crazy, but some of those predictions were like so outrageous that, you know, it'd be like, come on, dude. Yeah. Hey, Dub Monster. Hi. Welcome to the chat. You are new, so let me be the first to say welcome and thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed it, the content. So what we do is just some live analysis, a little bit of chatting, having fun, and then finally trying to come to a conclusion to see what we can come up with for the coming day. Hey, yeah, what's up? What's up? So yeah, XLM. What is XLM looking like? Oh, that's awesome. Well, thank you, Time Travel, for inviting your friends. You know, like the more the merrier. Remember to hit the subscribe button, bell notification, because sometimes my streaming times might be altered because, you know, I'm just a human and I have a family, I have a life. Sometimes things just happen. But usually I try to stream at the same time. We recently changed it to 1700 more or less UTC because yeah, more people were available at that time, and you know I seem to have some good response out of it. But yeah, remember subscribe and bell. That's cool. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. I think the 1 hour chart is not gonna get it for XLM. Maybe we want to have the 5 hour chart. And yeah, honestly, if this holds, okay, so what we need to have a confirmation is ultimately see XLM break this area. Okay, this would be already a big one. So breaking the EMA 55 on the price action. But looking at this from here to here, we do have a bullish divergence, which is looking rather good. We also have this huge volume node that could also speak in favor of the stellar bulls, which is also really good. And we have another instant code reveal reward thingy. So the code is WO-I5D77. So Dub Monster, if you don't know what this is, those are free cryptocurrency tokens that I give away as a thank you for being inside in the live chat. So if you want to redeem them, go to get.instant.com. You can sign up with Facebook, Google, make an account. I don't know. There's a lot of ways to sign up. And what you do is you fill out that code in the redeem section, and then you get some free instant tokens, courtesy of me. So yeah, you know, you never know. It's free tokens. They could go to zero, so you know, then you didn't lose anything, or they could moon like crazy, and then you know, I'm happy for all of you guys. All right, cool. So XLM is actually looking really good. This is one that I would keep my eyes on right now. Lucky that I have some. Another one. Let's go. Oh, EOS was is looking like it made some some green stuff right now where all the other ones are looking bad. So let's see why that is, and potentially because we have made bullish divergences with this local low over here. All right, so yeah, potentially this could be going, this could be looking good. And also on top of that, there is no bearish divergence right here. This is just you know, profit taking and looking rather healthy. So yeah, you know, I've been holding EOS for a long time, and I would be happy to see EOS finally break out of the shackles of being the underdog. Although, you know, I think EOS is one of the better coins there are. ADA, Cardano, a little bit on a pullback right here, but you know, after such a beautiful run, you know, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. There is no bearish divergence. Well, there was some here. All these are, you know, slightly lower lows. where RSI is just making very, very slightly higher lows. So yeah, that's a nice thing. I think Cardano could be doing good as well. And what else is there? Polkadot. Polkadot is also one of those coins that everybody is talking about. Um, I think Polkadot is also looking rather dash, looking rather good. Do we have bearish divergence? Absolutely not. Why do I analyze alts on BTC parity? Well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. No, no, no. The thing for me is altcoins over USD don't really matter that much because that's just looking at water adding some sort of murkiness, you know? BTC is the prime crypto that will be traded against USD. All the others, even though you can buy them with USD or no matter what, look at any exchange, all their altcoins that they have are traded against BTC. And then you will have some other altcoins being traded against Ether, but the list will be shorter. And then there will be other altcoins being traded against, I don't know, Tron or whatnot, but the list will be even shorter. So the longest list that you will find out there is the list of altcoins being traded against BTC. After that, whatever BTC USD does, if Bitcoin is really moving up very strongly, of course the altcoins are going to go with it. But are they going to outpace Bitcoin or not? And this is what you can see on the BTC pairing. Are they going to make more gains than Bitcoin or not? Does that answer your question? I hope this kind of makes sense. It doesn't. It's like running on a treadmill. You look at altcoins over Bitcoin, over USD, and Bitcoin is losing momentum, getting cheaper and cheaper. Even if the altcoin is gaining momentum, on the USD pair is just going to be standing still at best. It's like running on a treadmill. You're running, but you're not going anywhere. So, for me, altcoins is the best way to gather more Bitcoin. If you really, really want to play the altcoin game and really day trade them, I think this is what, yeah, I understand, Fatih. A lot of people fall for it, and you can make good profits. Don't get me wrong. You can make profits trading altcoins over USD. But to really, really not be shooting in the dark, I think it's better to trade altcoins against their BTC pairing. It's just what I think. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. But oh yeah, you were expecting a Doge USD analysis. Well, we can do this. We can do this. Look, there is your Doge USD analysis. Now, what this looks like, you want to do this, it looks like Doge could be pulling up a little bit. It could. But when we compare this to BTC, if Bitcoin looks like this and Doge USD looks like that, who's going to be the winner? If Bitcoin really rallies up, Doge could be losing a few points, but still gain on the USD pairing. So there are many influences that you will not be able to get out of this chart. Just because Bitcoin is leading the charge and dragging the altcoins along with it. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, like here, Doge USD, it says 1.2% profit. Doge BTC, it says, you know, what does it say? 1.03 negative. And when we look at BTC USD, it says 2.7%. You know, so if you do the math, more or less, it should round up to, okay, yeah, Bitcoin has been leading the charge, right? Right, and we look at EOS USD, has been doing 7.6% profit, you know, but where do you get the reads that, yeah, there is no real bullish divergence visible? Why did this happen? It is just because Bitcoin has been leading the charge. Bitcoin has been doing it. Yeah, so if you want to know why or which altcoin is going to outpace Bitcoin, then you want to look at the BTC pairing. And this is where you will be able to get an edge if you want to be trading altcoins. Always look at the BTC pairing and then compare it to what Bitcoin is expected to be doing. And I think this will give you a much larger edge than just looking at the USD pairing, because there's too many variables that you cannot see in that chart that actually do matter. They matter a lot. The moment that all exchanges are going to use another cryptocurrency as their base cryptocurrency, and the majority list of the altcoins will be traded against that currency, then this will be the currency that I will be looking at. Okay, so it's not because I'm such a Bitcoin fan and a maxi and all that stuff. No, it's just the plain truth. You know, as long as most exchanges have their largest list traded against Bitcoin, I will be looking at Bitcoin primarily. And then afterwards, you know, we go down the line. But yeah, I think that makes most sense of all. So yeah, this is why I also do the in-deep analysis on Bitcoin, and then afterwards you can do these same things on your altcoins and BTC pairings. You can do the same thing, and you can make your own deduction, being like, okay, yeah, Bitcoin could maybe be retracing a little bit, but this one is going to go up, this one is going to go up. Do I want to trade it in USD or do I want to trade it in Bitcoin? You know, there's like so many strategies, so many ways of making money that, you know, it would be crazy and, you know, vain to be saying like, no, you have to do it like this. But yeah, for me, this makes most sense of all. I hope you understand that. So don't feel like I'm trying to insult you. Okay, it's not my intention. I would never ever try to or even think about insulting anybody because they ask a question. You know, asking questions means that you're smart enough to realize that you need to understand a little bit more about certain topics. Okay, so yeah, I hope this helped you. Why I do it like this. Um, what else? What else is there? Here, you see here at the bottom, I do have some USD pairings, but usually I don't. I never ever look at them. So yeah, all the altcoins are just turning red for now. It's I think opportunities to be buying altcoins will be coming very soon, very shortly. Let's look maybe Litecoin. What does Litecoin do? When Litecoin is looking promising, then you know something's about to happen. So yeah, already some bullish divergence potentially present here. Pushing down below will be pushing the divergence, the potential divergence to here, but we have that huge volume node over here. So yeah, this could be happening. And let's go back to Bitcoin. Let's see, if Bitcoin drops a little bit more, we could see some gains in the altcoins first, and then afterwards see it trickle over to Bitcoin again. You know, a lot can happen right here. This is really, this is cool. Yeah, I got completely distracted, guys. Let's do this high area over here. I got completely. Let's look at these two levels here first. See what kind of areas we need to break. This one is sitting at 77.2 and 80.6. This on. Wow. 58. Well, actually, I say wow, but we're at 57,000. I keep forgetting that. So, yeah. 58,400. Perfectly do. This really is 80.6. This is 59,000. Hey. Here we go. All right, so look at this. Right now, we are kind of stuck in limbo. We could see some pressure down. For continuation to really happen, I would at least expect a closing of the candle be above 58,400, just to be straight up continuation without any doubt. Not that I'm saying we could be turning bearish. The only thing that I'm saying is that we could be seeing from here a little bit of a correction, a little bit of a pulling back to any of these levels, which could just be another opportunity to enter a beautiful long position. That's the only thing that that I can, read from this chart. Of course, we have our usual suspects sitting here at 48,000 and 52,000. Those are the really big opportunities where potentially a lot of people are going to get very scared, but those are the ones, if price braces us with a dip to this area, I would be like, take this opportunity like never before. That would be, my way of playing it. But I wouldn't jump in right away. I would wait for the confirmation, because once we dip below this area, below the 54,000, I don't think that it's going to be a sharp spike like we had here. I really think that there is going to be some hesitation, at least some time to enter, because more and more people need to get convinced that the price is going to hold for the price to start moving up again. Okay, so this is my Sunday analysis. Let's look at the weekly. Let's see what the weekly looks like. Right now, green dildo up in your face. Yeah, well, what more is there to say? There could, again, there could be a pullback. Everything is possible. What I don't expect is that this is going to just revert all the way down to hell like this. If this would be the end of the run, I would suspect much more something like this to happen right over here, where at first we could see during a whole week of red, and then afterwards another attempt to the upside. Okay, and only then and there I would start thinking about starting to play the shorting game. What else is there to see? Over here, RSI was looking exhausted, and let's see if we are already noticing something like this right now. Not really yet. But this is looking crazy toppy. It is. So what level would need to be broken? We got 95.7. Oh, 95.7. This would be okay. $118,000 Bitcoin. You guys, we can get this in the coming weeks. I don't think so. I do believe that the end of the line is closing in, my friends. I'm literally, like, the more time goes by, the more I think that eventually we are going to see this thing turn around. Yeah, it's been a beautiful run, guys. It's been amazing. Maybe, maybe going to 60,000, hitting 60,000 a little bit, and eventually going, I don't know. But yeah, I don't think that from here we're going to break 118,000. So, be careful, go level by level. Like I keep saying, don't think that you missed the train, because if you are trading derivatives, then you can trade the market up, down, sideways, in circles. It doesn't matter. We make money off of volatility. And if more volatility comes our way, then guess what? Money comes your way. Okay, so here's the last code of the day, and then we're gonna wrap this up. We got WO-BJCKI. BJCKI. Some of those letters, some of those combinations of letters, I would even feel like scared of. I'm sometimes scared to be pronouncing them. Good thing that we're all adults. Right. So, long story short, we could see some continuation. Just like always, everything is possible. But we also could be seeing a little bit of a correction or some pressure down. At first, I feel that the potential for price being picked up on each and any of these levels, being the 48,000 or the 52,000, the probabilities are still there. Does this mean that we are going to continue the bull run? Absolutely not. It only means that there is going to be some support and that the price is going to be picked up. Probabilities, that's where the probabilities are leaning to. On the way up, if and when this happens, we are gonna have to reanalyze the situation to make sure that there is going to be continuation, because if not, maybe this could start to be the series of lower highs, lower lows, and you know how that goes. So yeah, like I said, right now this area is a nice opportunity for taking some profit. Don't blow your whole long position if you are holding a long position. And then if we go down, think about this area as a first area to maybe add up some to your long. If the area doesn't hold, then wait for a confirmation move before you add up a lot more to your long position, because if this one doesn't hold, then maybe it will be the next one. Okay, but always wait for these confirmations to be printed before you really start adding up to your position. And why would you add up to your position, and how much do you want to add up to your position? Well, in my opinion, it should be just enough. When you add up to your position, let's say you have a long over here and you add 3 times more to your long, then the average will drag your entry position all the way down, and then you will have a long position sitting over here. And then even if you were seeing a little bit of red or a lot of red, at least on the way up, you are going to be a winner, and that gives you the happy face. All right, so guys, on that note, I'm going to leave it here. Remember, I will be, putting this chart in the Discord channel. If you want to be part of the Discord channel, if you want to join our group, then the easiest way for you would be, number one, to move over to the website Wolves of Bybit, wolvesofbybit.com, just spelled like here in the bottom of the screen, wolvesofbybit.com. You scroll down. What we do, instead of asking for subscription fee or membership or whatnot, oh, time travel. Yes, of course, I will cover Ethereum. I'm just going to wrap my thoughts about this. So instead of having a membership and subscription and all that stuff, what I would like to ask for is that you use the affiliate link for Bybit to sign up, because like this, I can make sure whether it's the subscription or anything. The idea is that we want to keep the Discord channel as clean as possible, only with serious people who actually really want to be trading and just don't want to get in the channel to become trolls and to poison and, you know, create a toxic atmosphere. So instead of asking for a subscription fee, I opted for this option because, number one, Bybit is a great platform. They are very robust. It's a derivatives platform, so if you know how to trade it, you will be making a lot of money. And, you know, I have good support. There is a good support, and I can help you with as many questions about the platform as you can have. So I strongly believe that this is an easier way to go. You don't need to pay for any subscription. Like I said before, you get bonuses giving you some free money to trade with and to experiment to see if you like the platform. And if you don't, then no harm done. You can just leave and, you know, nobody is going to hate you for it. Okay, so I think this would be this is a nice compromise. So if you want to give it a try, just click the button, go to the Bybit sign up account, blah, 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 blah. And then afterwards, you send me an email using this form with your nickname, email address, and the user ID so I can identify you on the platform. And then bam, you will be in the Discord. Just easy. All right, so I hope this is not something that that is so horrible for me to do. Also, at the end of the month, I do give back some of the affiliate bonuses to the most active traders in the group, that motivating everybody to motivate and help each other. You know, because if there is a bigger pot to be going for, then, you know, it's just this auto motivation, you know. Yeah, you know. All right, so long story short, Blah, blah, blah. Let's go over to Ethereum. Ethereum. Yesterday, I had a feeling that Ethereum was not doing good. And, you know, I have to stick by my guns. Ethereum doesn't look good. Um, let's look at this. So right here we have the local low on the RSI sitting at 36 point, no, 25.66, 25.7. Do this 25.7, and oh yeah, Jesus, yeah, on Bitcoin that doesn't. So yeah, you know what? Here, let me just do it like this. Looking at how close the RSI level is, and looking at where the next potential area of support is, I think there is a good chance that price is going to find some support over here, make another attempt up. But in the bigger picture, this is only going to show a continuation of the downtrend. So right now, and I hate to be crapping on Ethereum, but I think right now Ethereum is Ethereum is looking at some darker days. Dub Monster, you heard some people use Bybit just to buy Bitcoin. Why is that? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. They have a gateway where you can buy all sorts of cryptocurrencies and put them um, on your account, or you know, you can do whatever you want with them. But I think you maybe those people didn't express themselves really good. What I think is that there are only a few cryptocurrencies that are traded on Bybit, and it's a derivatives platform. So when you trade derivatives, it's really just day trading, because you buy contracts that are traded on that platform that are set to an equal value as the Bitcoin price. There is a whole mechanic behind it about why and how it holds the way it does. Um, so if you want to be trading derivatives of any cryptocurrency against USD, then we come back to the what I have been saying to Fatih. Same thing, you know, why would you be trading any other crypto against USD if Bitcoin is going to be leading the charge? Unless you see on the BTC pairing that there will be an outperforming of one or the other cryptocurrency. And then, you know, maybe you can bet the double horse, you know, Bitcoin is going to go up, but let's say Ethereum is going to outperform Bitcoin. So yeah, then it makes total sense to be buying Ethereum over the USD pair, because you're going to be winning on two levels. But mainly, yeah, I know that on Bybit, most volume is in the BTC USD pairing. So maybe this is what what the people who spoke to you were referring to, that BTC is mainly being traded there. But yeah, like I said, on the exchange, it's not really an exchange, it's a trading platform. So when you open and close contracts, you're not really buying or selling BTC. You're just buying contracts that are paired at some sort of value. And then when you're in profit, then you're reselling those contracts to the next one, and you are putting your profit in your wallet. Yeah. But you know, if you want some more explanation about how Bybit works, then same thing. Move over to the website, the Wolves of Bybit website. Watch out what I'm saying, and go to the beginner's guide. There's a whole lot of explanation about how Bybit functions, about all these things, how all these things work. And also here on the About Bybit, there's also a whole lot of, you know, what their background is. I did some research and stuff, And you know, I'm really, really close to them just because I feel that they are one of the one of the most trustworthy platforms that I have been trading on. All right. So all that being said, guys. Oh my God, this is YouTube. No, I don't want to be watching YouTube. So all that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap it up for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember, on the Bitcoin trading pair, Bitcoin USD trading, um, we could be topped out very ever so slightly. Um, Having some pullback, I don't expect a real crash to happen. I would say like over here, maybe number one small scenario, over here number two wee bit bigger scenario, over here. Now I would most likely be looking at this one, but this one can also happen. Okay, so no matter what you do, remember below this area, take your time to wait for the confirmation to happen, because this will be your signal to get in. If not, if price keeps going higher and we break the 95,500, then yay, party on. We will keep going on, but eventually, there is going to be a pullback that will be coming. Okay, so yeah, that's more or less it. I thank you all for watching. I invite you to follow us tomorrow, same time, same channel, 1700 more or less UTC. And in the meanwhile, have a great day. Think about keeping your positions safe. Think about taking, of course, some profit. Like I said, also think about your strategies. You know, what kind of strategies could you be using in the meanwhile? What can you come up with looking at the charts? Because this is going to make you a lot more of a winner rather than just being a super guru in technical analysis. Okay, so on that note, I hope to see you tomorrow. Have a very great day, a very great evening wherever you are, and I wish you well. Bye, guys.